Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Set, 390. Pick me up. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Rocket.
On second down, Crockett, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
It's complete to Graham. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They run it with Balaj. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Cluster. 36 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big series.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 18. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Zachary 90, Black 15. 36. You ain't doing nothing to that.
Now Balaj. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Rivers on the money, complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 55. Exit.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Bradford. He's got his man, Boyd. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being.
Now a hit and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the 39, Bradford. A pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Right there, look, 55. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Hey, Wahoo.
From the gun, Bradford. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run here with Balaj. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, Crockett. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Balaj, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Here we go. Let's bring it. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Yep. 55 is my guy. 55. I got one. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Open man is Uzama. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Watch 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Big trip.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 8, read. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 5.
Here's Bradford. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
At the 20-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, high 7. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 55. Ready?
Bradford to throw it. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bradford. He'll have a first down past the 40. Open man is Ross, complete as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 22 yards there, a first down.
Set up, 60 or. Guys, game situation, let's go. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Operating from the gun, Bradford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On play action, Rivers trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers open here is Allison. That's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch a slant. Hey, let go. Slant. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Check. Look at me. Zipper.
Bradford. Open man completes it to Butler. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and short yardage, Bradford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Oh, boy, when a good tight end reads man coverage, is able to run the corner route, almost impossible to defend. They can use the good head fake, work him inside, and then they'll get them on their back or on their hip and keep them away from the football with their body.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Fielded at the 20. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. This is Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Bradford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Returnable for Grant. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, 79! 79! Wait, 89!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
49, check 49, check.
Rivers now from the 50. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Bradford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
From the gun, Bradford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake here. Rivers. Flushed out right. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike 51, Mike 51. Tackle.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Blue down, blue down. Shoot.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
390! 390! Joker, 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 Joker.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
951. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Rivers here to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hey, Delta. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Check pass, check pass. Check 26, check 26. Check 39.
Rivers to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One last shot now for Bradford. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.